Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Tomcat Stitchery. I'm Whitney and today we're going through 10 summer ready to wear looks that I've pulled off of various clothing websites and I've matched those to patterns and fabric so that you can recreate versions of these all on your own. I really enjoy doing these type of videos. I like the research that's involved with it and it's really fun. I put these out once a quarter. So if you're new to the channel, this is something I do for each of the 4 seasons, just kind of finding, 10 looks that I'm really enjoying for the upcoming season. Sometimes I recreate them and sew the looks, and then some, because I try and do things that are not just my style, but maybe other people's style as well. So those I would probably not recreate here on the channel, but giving you ideas of ways that you could recreate these looks at your sewing machine. But before we get into that, 2 announcements. Number 1, today is Friday, and the Love Notions Feature Friday pattern is the Rhapsody blouse. Folks, if you do not have this pattern in your stash yet, you absolutely need to add this pattern to your stash. It's one of my favorite blouse patterns. It's just a really easy to wear pattern, and we may be seeing this pattern in our 10 ready to wear looks, but it's also pretty fun to sew. It's a pretty easy sew. It does use some bias binding around the neck and stuff. It's got ties, or you can omit the ties. There's so many different sleeve versions. You can do into a dress. I mean, there's so many different variations on this one. I have, currently in my closet, because I've gotten rid of a couple of them that I've made. I mean, I think I've made like 6 or 7. But I think I currently have 4. I think 4 that are currently in my closet still. But I get compliments on it every single time I wear it. It's a really, really lovely pattern. And when you use the code 10TOMCAT, you get an additional 10% off that price, taking it down to like $4.50. I mean, how do you beat that? That's a fantastic price for a pattern, especially a pattern where you get so many different variations. So if it's not in your catalog, and it very well may be because I bang on about this pattern, you guys know it is one of my top Love Notions patterns and one of my top, like I said, one of my favorite blouse patterns, period. But if it's not in your catalog, you should definitely add it. All right, second thing, I have a new website. Jenny has been working tirelessly behind the scenes on updating our website. Number 1, I've got the digital classes that I offer now. And so just making it a little bit easier for students that own those classes to get to their library, to navigate, all that kind of stuff. But also just a better showcase for things I'm doing on the channel. Products I use where you can easily go and find, I get comments all the time. What was your code for ... I get percentage off codes. So a place where you can go and easily find what those discount codes are that I have. Just a really good home base for Tomcat Stitchery, a storefront, but also just a really good home base for Tomcat Stitchery. So today is the hard launch. We soft launched it last week. So if you were by chance over on the website, you may have noticed we kind of were under construction for a little bit. But it is a beautiful thing. So if nothing else, I will link the website like right here at the, again, the 2 lines there at the top of the description box. Just go take a look. Let us know what you think, and we would love to hear any feedback. Again, I think we've gotten all the bugs out, but famous last words and all that. So go take a look and let us know what you think. Again, Jenny has been working super hard on this. Okay, so now that we have those 2 announcements kind of out of the way, let's get into these 10 outfits. These videos always run long because I get to chatting about each one and then talking about the patterns and fabric and stuff that go with each one of them. So I've got my computer down here in front of me, so if I'm looking down, that is what I'm looking at, just so I am seeing what I am popping up on the screen for you guys to see. I went to a whole host of sites. I pulled a couple of things just like off Pinterest. Everything is linked on a Pinterest board, and that Pinterest board is linked down below to go back to the inspiration pictures of origin. A lot of these are from current store websites. So actually, if you see something you liked and you wanted to go buy it, you can go back to that original point of origin and shop it if you'd like. But I went to a whole host of different websites, popular brands, ones that I would shop if I were out shopping. We just got back from New York, and so I added a couple of stores in there that we popped into. I didn't buy anything, but my sister did. So anyway, these come from all over the place. So again, that Pinterest board is linked down below. Okay, let's get started. Look one. I love everything about this look. It's not going to come as a surprise to you. I love the bright pattern. I love the bright color. I love the relaxed style of the blouse. This is one of those things that I feel like it looks like one of these things I'm going to admire. Like, obviously it looks fantastic on this model. And I love that really oversized blouse on so many different body shapes. I have to be a little bit careful with that, with going too oversized, because things can look frumpy on me easily just because I'm short. I have a large bust. I just have to be careful, and I can't, I can give a nod to the trend, but I can't go like full blown to the trend, or I would look like I was wearing a nightgown instead of, this beautiful slouchy look. So I was kind of keeping that in mind just a little bit, to make it, I don't know, maybe more wearable for more people. But and then the shorts I thought were really cool because of the cool asymmetrical tab that goes over the front. I think that's really cool. I think these are shorts. These may be pants. I can only see her from the thigh up, so they very well could be pants. But and I've picked a pattern that's pants, but we're going to talk about how we can adjust that to make it what we want. All right, so for the top, I have gone with the Itch to Stitch Major L. Love this top. It is a dead-on ringer for what this gal has on. I would omit the ruffle, the Major L dress that I made, I did not put the ruffle on the collar, and I would, if you were wanting to recreate this, pretty much as is, that's what I would do. I would leave that ruffle off. It's got, and I think is only a button-down placket. I don't think it buttons all the way through, if I'm looking really closely at the picture, but I mean, you could do that, but I would probably just go ahead and make it all the way, button the way through, all the way. But it even has like the gathering around the neckline, the bigger sleeves that kind of cuff in at the bottom, just nice and slouchy. And for the fabric, I've gone with this beautiful, I think this is a rayon, and I can't remember, when I go through these, I can't remember what site, but again, everything's linked down below. I shopped from a variety of different fabric stores, so you'll just have to click on the link. I can't remember where I pulled this one from, but I love it because it is the cooler pink background with the warmer red on top, which is kind of what drew me to the blouse to begin with. Just that real, that contrast, that juxtaposition between the warm and the cool colors, and this rayon reminded me of that. This may be a Minerva one, actually, and it may be one of their exclusive prints. I can't remember. You'll have to hit the link to find out more. But I thought you could pair this with with the Major L and get a very, very close dupe to that top. And then for the bottoms, I've actually gone with this Know Me pattern. Can't remember what number it is. 2054. I'm looking at two different files here on my computer. 2054, which is a Know Me pattern, and these are, obviously these are a cargo pant that's on here, but what makes a cargo pant a cargo pant? It's the pockets. So you could omit the pockets if you didn't want to go full cargo, and I think the leg is wide enough on these that you could literally just cut them off, above the knee, to create a really easy pair of shorts. And it's really cool. But this pant pattern has that asymmetrical crossover, and I've seen a lot of really cool versions of this. Again, to go full cargo pant, that's a really statement pant, and I think that they're really, really cool. But if you wanted to keep it a little bit less statement-y, you could just, omit those cargo pockets, cut them off as shorts. And again, I do think that the leg is probably wide enough that you wouldn't even need to widen the leg. Sometimes you do need to widen the leg on pants that you're turning into shorts, just a little bit. But I don't know that you would need to do that on this. It would definitely be worth playing around with. And then I've gone with the fabric store. I do know I grabbed this linen from the fabric store, but it is a linen in their ivory colorway, and it is their heavyweight linen. This is the perfect weight linen for pants, especially structured pants. I've used this a few different times, and it's even the white or the cream, it's heavy enough that you don't get see-through. Now, you don't want to put white cotton for your pockets. I would use a nude to you colored like cotton lawn for your pockets, just so you're not getting that peek through of pockets. But other than that, the fabric is very opaque, so big fan of that one. All right, look number 2. All right, this is a look that I saw. The fall vests are very in right now, even through last summer, and they appear to be continuing to be very on trend. I also can't tell if this gal's got on shorts or pants. It almost looks like it's pants, because the ad for this was for the vest. Obviously it's paired with matching pants, but I couldn't tell if it was, you know, shorts or pants. Obviously you could do either. But I just love the monochromatic look, and I just think it looks very tailored. And finding a vest that you can wear as just a sleeveless top, I mean, you could absolutely pair this over something as the weather got cooler again, over like a button-up shirt, or a turtleneck, or a t-shirt, or a dress. I mean, even a shirt with like big billowy sleeves, that can look really cool when you've got like a more fitted vest with a shirt with billowy sleeves underneath it. There's many ways that you could wear a vest, but in the summer, I think it would make most sense to wear it as like a sleeveless top. And then with the tailored pant, I just think it's a really good look. So for both of these patterns, actually, I have gone with Seamwork Patterns, and get the names right here. And these are the two Seamwork patterns for May. I just added these into my own library and am excited to try these out. I've just had really good luck with fitting Seamwork patterns to myself, which is very exciting. Especially because I am on in the curvy pattern size, which is, I think the standard is a 00 to a size 16, and then the curvy is a 12 to a 28, maybe 30, something like that. Anyway, the larger size range, the 12 to the I think it may be 28. That is draft for a double D cup. The regular size range, the 00 to a size 16, is drafted for a C cup, which can work for me without having to do a full bust adjustment if if the look is a little bit less tailored, you know, if it's a little bit blousier and that sort of thing. But for things that are a little bit more tailored, such as this vest would be, I can do the size 12 in the curvy, and then I don't have to do a full bust adjustment, which is fantastic. And I am here for that, because then I can use my projector. And Seamwork has some of the best projector files. You know, I haven't done a ton of projector files, but of the ones that I have done, Seamwork, I've done a couple of Seamwork patterns now, and they're just really good and easy to read and easy, you know, to project and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, the two patterns that I picked, the first one is the Auto Vest, which is basically exactly what this gal has on. Now the gal has on, it's more of a V-neck there at the front, whereas the Seamwork is a little bit more of a rounded V, which I actually find a little less severe and a little more, a little softer, and you know, a little bit more, yeah, just a little softer. I think I like it better when it has just like, I mean, it's still coming to kind of a V, but it's just a little bit softer with that rounded V. And then the other pattern that was released this month is the Aran pants. And, you know, they're just a tailored, tapered pant, and I mean, it would absolutely work for the look that we've got for the model. And again, I can't tell if she's wearing pants or shorts. You could cut these off into shorts. Now, because this is more of a slimmer fitting leg, I think I would flare out the side seam and the inseam at the hemline just a little bit to give my legs just a little bit more room. Not a ton, but just, you know, maybe add 1.5 inches or something to the total circumference of the thigh there, just so it's not too fitted looking there at the thigh. But you could absolutely cut these off into shorts as well. And then I found this beautiful magenta linen, I think at Minerva. And yeah, if you made both of those patterns in the same fabric, you would absolutely get that look that the gal is wearing from, I can't remember the store where I pulled that, but I did pull it from a store. Anyway, such great versatile pieces. You could wear them all summer. Obviously, you could do whatever color you want, but I did find a linen that's pretty much an exact match for what the inspiration is wearing. Okay. Look number 3. Farm Rio dress. We know how I feel about Farm Rio. It makes me so happy. All right, a few things about this dress. It's got a little cutout in the front. It has a big statement sleeve, and then it's a little bit fitted at the waist of the skirt, and then it flares out below that. And then obviously a big, bold print, you know, and a print with a little bit of structure. So a fabric that has some structure to it. You know, I wouldn't want to do this dress in like a rayon or a viscose, like that would be too drapey to get this look. You want something like a cotton or a linen that's got structure so that you get the real poof to the sleeve, and then the skirt stands out nicely as well. You want that structure. I came across a pattern that is very similar except for the sleeves, and that is Vogue 2025, but one of the versions does have a nice full sleeve. I think what I would do is lengthen that so that it came below the elbow, then secure that with, I mean, you could just do elastic if you wanted to, so that when you push the sleeve up, it gives a nice big poof to it. I think the sleeve in the pattern probably has the fullness you need. I think you just need a little bit more length so that when you push it up, it pushes everything out a little bit. But this dress is very similar. I would probably omit the neckties if you wanted something really close to the inspiration to that Farm Rio dress. But they're not functional. I mean, I don't think they do anything other than just adding a design detail there. So that would be something very easy to remove. And then the fabric I've chosen is this beautiful floral cotton lawn from Cloth Edit down in Australia. She's got some really cool, bold, fun prints that I really, really love. Another one, so if you guys are familiar with Ellie Whitaker, she is a fabric designer down in Australia. It's just really hard to get a hold of her fabric up here in the US, but she has got some of the most amazing bold prints, and she does a lot of really cool substrates. Megan Nielsen uses her stuff a ton for her pattern samples, and just stuff on her blog and on her social media, but she's got some really cool prints, and there are a few that I'm like, oh, that would make a really cool Farm Rio dress. I just can't get a hold of it. She'll do runs on her own where you can grab stuff. You have to be quick on it though, because she sells out pretty quickly. I just have never gotten my hands on it. If anyone has a good source for getting a hold of some Ellie Whitaker fabric, let me know. I just love her prints. I think they're wonderful, and I've just never been able to get my hands on any. Anyway, Cloth Edit, though, has got some beautiful prints. And I think, anything like their linen and silk blend there at Cloth Edit, just their 100% linen, their cotton lawns, any of those in a big, bold print would work really great to recreate this dress. All right, look number 4. I have put a swimsuit on here. In my head, I need new swimsuits, which is, as I was thinking about it, I'm like, but why do I need new swimsuits? I mean, I don't, it's not like when my kids were younger to where I was at the pool like 5 days a week with them. They go to the pool on their own. And yeah, we don't have any beach. Well, we don't have any like southern beach vacations planned this summer. We are going up north into Michigan, so we'll be on Lake Michigan Beach, which is gorgeous. I'm absolutely very excited about that. So I'll be in a swimsuit lot that week of vacation, and I like to take a couple when we go on vacation, just especially when we're in a bathing suit pretty much the entire vacation to have some variation. But I mean, I have 2 swimsuits that I wear that I've made pretty regularly, but really just 2. Anyway, in my head, I need a couple more. I don't know why. Maybe I've got a couple of friends with boats, and so maybe I need to weasel my way into more boat rides with those friends so that I could wear my beautiful swimsuits. But anyway, I wanted to put a swimsuit on here because it's summer and it felt like it was the thing to do. And I think that these Bowden swimsuits are so beautiful, and they come in so many different color blocking options, and they'd be I think they're flattering because you've got the different color at the waist and you can play around with it. This gal, she's got a lighter color on the waist and darker on the top and bottom, but you could totally switch that up, do whatever you want to create more of an hourglass, or if you want to reduce an area of your body or bring, make another part look larger to bring your figure in balance, whatever it is that you want to do for that optical illusion. But this is absolutely the Cashmerette Ipswich swimsuit. When I was looking at it, I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, even like the color blocking, it's very similar. So that is the pattern that I have chosen for this, the Ipswich. I know she names her patterns after areas in the Boston, like New England, Boston area. And I'm probably totally bungling that. Anyway, and then I've picked 2 different fabrics. It's the same fabric, just in 2 different colorways, kind of a fuchsia pink color, and then it's called Dusty Blue. It looks a little black in the picture, but I think it's probably close to like a dusty navy, from Fabric and Flow. So Fabric and Flow is a Canadian fabric store. Just a small little independent fabric store, but I've ordered some swimsuit fabric from them before and been very impressed. And I know there are a few seamstresses I follow on Instagram that have used, I actually bought one of their kits, very impressed with it. But a few Instagrammers that I have follow that have ordered a few others of their fabrics, not just necessarily one of their kits, and have been very impressed with the swimsuit fabric as well. So I think it's probably it would be a great place to shop for some swimsuit fabric. And they've got some really great solids, so you could kind of color block whatever colors that you would like. Anyway, are you guys gonna be making a swimsuit this year? I love making swimsuits. They feel like they should be hard and they really aren't. And I think I am gonna make the Ipswich. I have that pattern in my catalog. It only comes in their larger size range, and most of the time I'm a 10 with a GH cup, and which is outside. It's in the smaller range and not in their larger range. But I think I would be fine getting away with a size 12. I may want to take it in a little bit in the hips and butt. I'm like an 8. A 10 or an 8 like in my hips, but in cashmere sizing. But I think I could make it work pretty easily. So, and I own the pattern already. So, and again, I've got some fabric that I got from Fabric and Flow, and it's 2 different colors. It's a solid and a print. So mine won't look exactly like this because I'll be using a solid and a print, but I think I need one, right? We'll see. And I don't think I'm going to do all of I go back and forth. The Ipswich, you can do a lot of like engineering construction with underwires and everything on the inside of the suit to really give yourself, adequate support. But I think I'm just going to do like a sports bra style lining on the inside. I go back and forth. Technically, I could probably use the extra support and making everything, up and perky. But it's so hard to get those swimsuits on and off, especially like when you're wearing it all day and going to the bathroom. And I'm not going to be doing anything like, I'm not going to be playing sand volleyball or running along the beach or anything in them. So I really just need something to keep me contained. But I don't need all of the engineering, I don't think. So I think it will be a pretty quick, a pretty easy sew. Famous last words. All right, look number 5. I just thought that this set was so beautiful. I am absolutely here for the maxi skirt trend that seems to be trending this summer. My daughter and one of her friends were like, when they saw my caprice, my Love Notion caprice, they were like, "Oh my gosh, like skirts are, long skirts are so in." I mean, do long skirts go out? But they were very excited about that. And I'm like, you know what? I should add a maxi skirt to this since they're so in. But I do really love the set, the matching little crop top with a high-waisted skirt. I would probably make my top a little less cropped, but everyone, to each their own. Do what you want. All right, so for the top, I have gone with the Helen's Closet Ashton. This is just a really cute, boxy, cropped tank. I have made it, well, you can make it with sleeves too. There's an expansion pattern that also comes where you can do a couple of different sleeves on the bodice as well. I have made it sleeveless and I have made it sleeved. And it's just really easy to make. It's a very quick little sew. And it can be cropped and boxy. I mean, you can make it, I think I lengthened mine to make it more like high hip, so cropped for me. But it's a lovely little simple pattern where you can really showcase the fabric. And then I've gone with the Love Notions Caprice for the skirt. And I would just do the real simple version that's down here. That's just a straight skirt with an elastic waist. Be nice and comfortable in the summer. And then I found this fabric. This is a cotton shirting. I think, again, is it Minerva or Mood? I can't remember where. But this cotton shirting that is very similar. It does have a pink background instead of probably a white background. But with the green and pink stripes, I think it would be a really cute set to make for summer. And so easy to mix and match with other things. Just to make I don't know, it reminds me of ice cream parlor a little bit, which feels very summer to me. There's something that feels very summery about this print, and I think that set would be really cute. All right, look number 6. Okay, I grabbed this look because I have been seeing, this has been popping up on my Instagram everywhere, on my Pinterest. A couple of influencers that I follow on Instagram, or a couple of seamstresses I follow on Instagram, have been recreating the jumbo rickrack look. And I think that it is a really fun kind of resort wear kind of look that could be just as easily a swimsuit cover up as it could be just something that you wear out to do some shopping when you're on vacation, or even just running to the grocery store, whatever that might be. I just think it's kind of fun and kind of whimsical. So for the pattern on this, I have gone with the, I want to pronounce this correct, the swim style Tamarama. I think it's Tamarama set, which is a button-up kind of loose camp style shirt with drawstring shorts. I mean, it's an absolute dupe. In fact, I've seen a couple of people recreate these outfits with that set. I mean, the lady I'm showing you here is pants, but the pattern also comes with an option for shorts. So obviously you would want to do the shorts one if you're really trying to recreate the look, but it's pretty spot on as far as the pattern is concerned. For the fabric, I've gone with this beautiful, I think it's a cotton poplin. I think it's a cotton poplin from New Craft House. But I actually have some of this that I bought for a lining for a silk I got from them. And it's a lovely color. So it's my macaroni and cheese color. It's a tangerine color. Obviously, you can make the set whatever color you want. But I think a nice lightweight crisp cotton would be beautiful for this set. So like a cotton lawn, cotton poplin, cotton shirting. Any of those would work really, really great for this set. Just getting it in a solid. And then I think it's Mood. Has a whole bunch of the jumbo rickrack in a whole bunch of different colors. So obviously I picked the white because that's what the inspiration picture has on it. But if you wanted to get real fun, you could do white as your set and then do like a fun pop of color. You could even do a few different colors of rickrack if you wanted. You could do one that goes down the front of the shirt, and around the hem. You can then do a different color for the sleeves, and then maybe another color for the bottom of your shorts. I mean, you could kind of do whatever you want. You could even do like half and half on colors and just have the colors meet there at the back of the shirt, which would be kind of fun as well. But sky's the limit. But yeah, Mood does have a whole bunch of that jumbo rickrack in different colors. So definitely go have a look. All right, look number 7. I grabbed this look because it reminded me so much of my youth. This is such a 90s look with the little like peasant corset style top and then the slip skirt. It just screamed 90s to me and I was like, oh my gosh. And I can't remember, this was a clothing store site too that I pulled this off of. But yeah, I was looking at it and I'm like, okay, I've got to put that one in there. That's too fun. All right, for the pattern. Okay, for this one, I've actually gone with the cashmerette. It's their it's one of their club patterns, but it's the May club pattern. So even if you don't have a cashmerette club access, you can just buy 1 month of the club access, like the very bottom, and get that month's pattern. So it's basically just like buying the pattern, and I think it's $7 a month, $8, something like that. That would just get you the pattern. So you could, join for the month, get the pattern, and then quit if you wanted to. So that's why I have put one club pattern in here, just because it's May's club pattern. But it is called the Briarwood top, and it is the peasant style top. I can't wait to make one. But it comes in a cropped version or a high hip version. You can put the little ruffle at the bottom if you want. It's got the longer sleeves, but obviously you can make those shorter and get a really good dupe for what the model has on. For the fabric, I've just gone with your standard eyelet fabric, or broderie anglaise, as it's often called as well, which is a white cotton fabric that has a cutout eyelet design on it. You could line the bodice, obviously, with like a white cotton lawn and then just leave the sleeves as is. I think that's a really beautiful look to recreate this little peasant style blouse. And then I've gone a little AWOL with the skirt. So I went with the Stay Stitch Cocoa Bias skirt because I have made that pattern and I absolutely love it. It's so easy to make. It has elastic there at the waist, so it's very comfortable to wear. I've been wearing mine a ton. I need to make more. But I've gone a little AWOL with the fabric, mostly because I feel like the fabric in the inspiration post is just a little too menswear inspired, like it feels very like men's tie to me. And I wanted something maybe a little bit, still the stripes that we have going on the bias, but maybe something a little bit more whimsical and a little bit more summer. So I've picked this rayon art gallery print, and I think it would be just such a cute little, you'd still get the same look, but the skirt itself feels a little bit more summery to me. And it'd be one I bet you would wear so much in the summer with, little crop t-shirts, over like an oversized button-up shirt that you could wear open with like a little tank top underneath it. I mean, there's so many ways that you could wear this skirt in the summer, and it is such an easy skirt to wear. I highly recommend. Okay, look number 8. I just thought that this set was so cute. It's just a little boxy cropped shirt with a really cool collar and then a skirt that is yoked and then 2 ruffles underneath it. Obviously, they've used a border print on this. So I had a little trouble with the patterns on this one, so we're going to have to get creative. Now, immediately the top, I was like, oh, that looks just like the Friday Pattern Company patina blouse. That collar just seems spot on. You could do a shorter sleeve. I feel like the sleeve on the inspiration picture is a little bit more fullness to it, which is really easy to add. And you could just put some elastic to cuff it there right above the elbow, and then do just like a cropped version of that shirt. The fabric, I've actually gone with 2 Nanny Eero cotton gauzes. I think it would be such a cool thing. So they're both border prints, so you could just choose one of them, but I think you could also mix and match these 2 fabrics together to get a really cool look. So the first one is the main yellow background that has like the white kind of flowery splotches on it. This is very similar. I've used a Nanny Eero similar to this, just a different colorway for my, what was it called? It was a Cashmere Club pattern. And it had the ruffles that went on top of the sleeves and it was a little button up. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. Anyway, I've used this fabric before. It is lovely. But I think combining that one with this other Nanny Eero that is not a border print, but it's just the white background with that same color of ochre yellow all over the place. I think you could get a really cool look and pretty much the same feel as this outfit. And then the skirt, I've actually gone with Berta 6147, which is just like a straight skirt and it's got a little ruffle at the bottom. Now, again, the inspiration picture has a 2-tiered ruffle. So what I would do is cut off this skirt a little higher up and make that bottom ruffle quite a bit longer. But then I would stack a shorter ruffle on top of that bottom ruffle. So you would basically have a 2-tiered ruffle that then you sewed to the skirt as one, if that makes sense, there at the seam. So just 2 different lengths of ruffle and then, doing it there to the bottom of the skirt. But you would want the fitted skirt portion to be pretty short. And then if you wanted to stay in proportion with this skirt and then make that ruffle a little bit longer. Alternatively, you could use any like pencil skirt that you've got in your stash and basically do the same thing. It's literally just making an ultra mini skirt, like one that you would be indecent to wear in public, make it that short, and then add a long ruffle onto that, like a little kicked out piece, and then that same pattern, but just a little bit shorter, I don't know, like 3 inches shorter, to put above that. So then you get that 2-tiered ruffle look. And then obviously you could have the finished hem of your skirt coming. I think you'd still want it above the knee to keep it kind of short and flirty with the inspiration picture, but maybe just a couple of inches above your knee would be fine to get that same look. So I just think the boxier blouse and then you're fitted through the hip of the skirt and then the skirt flares out. I think that's just a really good figure balancing look. I mean, obviously it depends, on your personal body, but I think that would be a lot of fun to recreate that one. Okay, this next one, this is a quintessential summer look for me. I could absolutely see myself wearing this, or a version of this like all summer long. So the shirt that she's wearing in here is absolutely the Love Notions Rhapsody blouse. I mean, it looks just like it. It is a pretty quick dupe. So again, that's the Feature Friday pattern today. If you want to grab it for $5 and you want to recreate this outfit, today's a fabulous time to buy that pattern. But I've paired it with this, I think it's a crinkle rayon, or maybe it's a rayon crepe or a viscose crepe. I can't remember entirely. But in this beautiful royal blue that I think would be that fabric works so beautifully for the Rhapsody. You can make the Rhapsody in like a cotton lawn or a linen. I've done both of those for a little bit more structured look. But my favorite, I think, way to wear the Rhapsody is in a drapier fabric. So like a silk or a rayon. And it would be absolutely beautiful in this color. And then for the shorts, these are just an elastic waist short with pocket that are, pretty loose around the leg. I've gone with the Love Notions Tinley shorts. Now, I would do like the real flowy, like almost culotte version of them. I think I would shorten them though a little bit from some of the pictures. And there may be that, that there are different, well, maybe not. Yeah, I would do the full shorts, not the straight shorts, but the full shorts on that. And just making sure that they are not short, but a little bit shorter. And then I have found this really pretty, I think it's a viscose challis fabric in a print. I mean, it would feel like a flirty skirt, but not, because it's shorts. But I think I would wear these so much. And I really enjoyed the Tinley pattern when I made the skirt version with my Destashify fabric last month. So I am looking forward to making a pair of real loose shorts. And if you're following along with fashion trends right now, the boxer short trend is like really in right now, which is basically this style of shorts, but it'll be in like a men's shirting, stripe or something. Seeing a lot of like influencers wear that. I mean, I follow some fashion influencers just to stay on top of things in my Instagram feed, and I've seen those pop up quite a bit. Basically, they're just loose shorts with an elastic waist. Very easy. And I think that would be a really cute recreation of that look, and super comfortable in the summer when you don't want anything really touching your body. Like, it would be nice and easy breezy shorts. All right, and then the final look that I have grabbed for this video is this beautiful dress. I'm pretty sure this is a Bowden dress. I may need that purse that she's holding. It's so cute. But I just love this, and just the simplicity of a beautiful white. In my head, it's linen, but it could also be a beautiful like cotton gauze, like a double gauze. That would be really pretty. Or, I mean, you could do a rayon, but I think something with a little bit more body for this would be preferable. And I have gone with the pattern, which seems so spot on. The neckline, it's got the shirring at the waist, the Tilly and the Buttons Mabel, I think. Yes, the Tilly and the Buttons Mabel dress would recreate this. You may want to take the skirt a little bit longer to really, if you really want to recreate the look. But other than that, we're going to make this out of a white linen, and I've picked this white linen from the fabric store. It's just their organic linen. It would be absolutely beautiful. It would shirr really nice there at the waist, because it's lightweight enough that the shirring would suck the dress in where it needs to be sucked in. And then, grosgrain ribbon. That would literally be just sewing some stripes of grosgrain ribbon across the skirt, and you would be good to go. In fact, what I would do if I were making this is that I would construct the dress, but I would, so I would do, okay, because I'm just assuming, I don't exactly know how this dress goes together. I've never seen these pattern pieces, but a lot of times with the shirred patterns, it's like one big dress, and then they just have you shirr in the, so it's not a bodice and skirt, it's one piece, and then you shirr in the waistline to get the waistline taken in. But I prefer to do that across as continuously as possible. So, and maybe, I guess you could do the front and then do the back, but I would sew up one side seam and leave the other one open for the ribbon, so that you're not having to match up your stripes on two seams. You would just be matching up your stripes on one seam. That would be my preference. But it's literally just marking out a straight line, with your ruler with like a friction pen, and marking your lines, and then just following the ribbon and top stitching it down on either side. And you could use whatever colors you want. You could space your stripes however far apart you want. I just think that would be so fun for summer. And I think that that is so cute. And this dress has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different colored stripes of ribbon that are there at the bottom. You could also do bias tape if you wanted to. If you had scraps of fabric, you could make, like a, I don't know how wide that is, maybe 1.5 inches wide. You need pretty big strips. I'm not sure what my largest bias tape maker, what size it makes, but you could make bias strips and sew those in place of ribbon. I think ribbon would be easier. Just some really pretty colors of grosgrain. So anyway, I think that would be a really fun dress to recreate. And what you could do at the neckline if you wanted, because I saw a lot of pom-pom trim as well when I was looking for, especially at Bowdoin, for inspiration. It could be fun to find some of the little mini pom-pom trim that is in the color of one of the stripes that you use, and do that around the neckline, or even like around the edge of the sleeve if you wanted to bring some color up top. And you could do different colors. You could do a different color for the neckline and a different color for each sleeve, or the sleeve the same colors. I don't know. I think there's a lot of fun that you could have with making this dress even more colorful. So it's the beauty of sewing, right? We can design what we wanted to design and make some really beautiful things that you can't find in stores. But there you have it, guys. Those are my 10 summer ready-to-wear looks and patterns and fabrics that you can use to recreate these at your own sewing machines. All right, that is all I have for today. I hope you guys have a good Friday. Don't forget to go check out my new website. Just go have a look at it. We're just very proud. Jenny has worked so hard on it. I told her she gets Employee of the Month, which, I mean, it's the two of us, so. Anyway, it's just really beautiful. So go have a look what she's been working on. And yeah, because she's been working really hard with the web designer to create something that's really beautiful and easy to use. So go have a look and let us know what you think. All right, guys, that's it for today. Get some sewing in this weekend, and I'll see you guys again on Tuesday. Bye.